All right, so I'm going to talk about the extremely unsexy YouTube strategy that made me more than 99% of YouTubers made me over $300,000 last year. And that unsexy strategy is something where you're basically making videos where 99% of people find them to be extremely boring. But the 1% of people that find them to be good are the exact people that you want to watch the content because they're buyers, right? Making content for people who are buyers. And that is the strategy that I used last year when I launched this channel. So I launched this channel early last year. And when I first launched the channel, I did a 30-day challenge right off the bat. And my goal was to make $10,000 in the first 30 days, which I thought was like a tough goal. It was a really tough goal. And I was worried I wasn't going to make it. And we did the 30-day challenge, did 30 videos in a row, ended up making $30,000 in the first month, directly attributable to the channel. Made more money than that, but like there was, other places that the views were coming from. And this was pretty close to the beginning when I first launched Content Growth Engine as well. Before that, I was doing a little bit of YouTube coaching, but it wasn't official. And Content Growth Engine, of course, is my YouTube coaching program where I teach busy business owners how to grow and make money on YouTube. Mostly coaches, consultants, online service providers, agency owners, etc. And basically, I started making content that only people who were buyers and who were hyper specific, people who wanted to really treat YouTube seriously, people who wanted to create a YouTube system, who wanted to treat YouTube like a business would watch this content. Because lots of people are interested in YouTube. It's actually the number one most popular career path that people want to do. But very few people want to treat YouTube like a business. And those are the people that I want to attract, people who are serious about YouTube. So it's mostly business owners. Once in a while, I'll get like a doctor, a lawyer, like a sophisticated audience that wants to join as well. But it's really something where like serious business owners are attracted. And basically, we did the 30-day challenge. And then after that, we kind of calmed down a little bit on YouTube. And we weren't really as focused on it for a little while. And it kind of, it kept doing okay. But the revenue stayed at least like 10K per month. Sometimes we'd have 20K per month. Sometimes we'd even have like 40K per month, months. But yeah, it just stayed relatively stable. We kept posting on it, not super consistently, but we kept posting on it. And over the entire year, it made over $300,000. And this is despite the fact that we usually get, when we first launch a video, it'll get maybe a couple hundred views. If we're lucky, the video gets like maybe over 1,000, 2,000 views if we're super lucky. But the people that watch the videos are serious business owners. They're coaches, they're consultants, they're online service providers. What's happening, guys? In the editing process of this video, and I have an opportunity for a select group of people. So these are people who are serious about growing their personal brand on YouTube. So basically, we figured out recently how to grow a personal brand and combine all the upsides of a personal brand with the upsides of automation, right? Using AI, using things like this to basically grow your personal brand 10 times faster, which in the past used to take decades to do. And now you can do it significantly faster. And you can do this to get a better job. We work with beginners that just want to get a better job with their personal brand. You can do this to make money as a side hustle. We work with a lot of people like that. We can do this to make more money if you already have a side hustle or a small business. Or if you're already crushing it on YouTube, we can help you crush it 10 times more. We've worked with people like that as well. I mean, I literally can show clients at each level, people that we've gotten from 0 to over 10K, 0 to like over 30K, from like 1K per month all the way up to 185K per month, from around 30K per month all the way up to over 500K per month. So literally at every single level, and it works for everyone in every situation. With that being said, we are only working with 3 to 5 people, and they have to be people who are very serious, right? People who are dedicated to making this work. So if you think you're that type of person, go ahead and apply it down in the description and the pinned comment below, and you can be part of our group of 3 to 5 that we help. So see you there. Have a good one. When we have people sign up for a sales call, we tell them to like what their income is. There's a ton of people who are 100 to 300K per month, 300K to $1 million a month that sign up for our calls. And that's because we're making extremely niche targeted content that targets an exact type of person, which is a business owner that really wants to treat YouTube seriously, someone who wants to hire people, someone who wants to really build a strong personal brand and make a ton of money. And most importantly, actually make money, right? Actually make sales from YouTube. Because a lot of people, like there's tons of coaches out there that'll teach you how to get views for YouTube, but there's very, very few that will actually teach you how to make money from YouTube, how to actually make sales from YouTube. And yeah, I mean, this is a strategy that's just super untapped and not very many people do it. And it's just insanely effective. I have lots of clients that are doing this where you would never know if you looked at the channel, you would think like, why is this person even bothering? Why are they even making YouTube videos? And you would never know if they're absolutely crushing it with their videos. You know, and this works especially well for kind of like niche service type offers or niche consulting and coaching type offers. Just to give you an example, if, you know, one of my clients recruits for a very specific position in the tech industry, every time he places somebody in this very specific position, which he's really good at finding super, super high level talent for, he gets paid like $50,000. And he made over $2 million last year, just making YouTube videos. YouTube was his primary acquisition platform. $2 million last year. Another client, super niche, offer where he does IT consulting for a particular piece of software. It's like a suite of software that a lot of people use, a lot of business owners use. He made over 10 million last year. He gets like 500 to 1,000 views per video. I have a bunch of examples of clients like this. A lot of my clients don't want me to reveal their niche. So some of them won't even give me testimonials because they just don't want any competition. And I respect that. I respect that a lot. Of course, some of the clients give me testimonials because they don't mind, but there's tons of these little channels, guys. There's tons of these little channels. And the great thing is they don't have any competition. You know, you start a big channel, even if you're not making money, if you're getting a lot of views, you're going to have tons of competition because people will just copy your videos, copy your views. Even if they'll just assume that you're making money, even if you aren't, right? They'll copy your videos, copy your views. Tons of competition. You start a niche channel, you're only getting, you know, a few hundred, few thousand views per video, depending on how niche it is. You're not going to have any competition. And it's just going to be smooth sailing. You're going to be able to keep creating the type of content that you want to create. That's another thing, is you can create the type of content that you want to create. Right? You can create it in your preferred way. I get to experiment a lot on this channel. I get to try tons of different content styles. And one of the main reasons I could do that is because of the fact that I'm making content for a very niche audience. Now, if I tried to expand, let's say that I covered like all business owners, instead of just coaches, consultants, online service providers, and agency owners, I'd probably get more views, but I'd also probably have to make more mass market content. And then my qualification process would suck. And yeah, everything would just start to break a little bit. But I probably would, you know, have the potential to make more money. So there's definitely, you know, reasons to do that. But yeah, my content is boring to 99% of people that want to, you know, be a faceless YouTube channel. You know, ironically enough, what I teach is very similar to YouTube automation. I just teach it at a much higher level than most people do, and specifically for business owners. But I just, you know, usually I don't work with people who do faceless. A couple of clients do faceless, but usually I don't. And yeah, I just teach them how to do YouTube where it doesn't take very much time. You know, they can do it in as little as 1 hour a week if they do it the right way. A lot of the clients are doing it in less than 4 hours a week. And, you know, YouTube's absolutely crushing it for them. With my main channel that has over 1 million subscribers, less than 4 hours a week. That's it. In fact, a lot of the time it's less than 1 hour a week. And I make content on my channel that is boring for 99% of people. 99% of people find it hella boring. But for the people that don't find it boring, it's great. It's like a gold mine for those types of people. People who are interested in like YouTube operations, or interested in hiring a Apex talent team for YouTube, right? It's not that many people, right? Interested in that. But the people who are interested in it, they absolutely love my channel. And I love working with them. So This is the future, guys, because if you think about it, like at some point, YouTube becomes a zero-sum game. There's only so many eyeballs in the world. And YouTube has already collected a lot of them, especially English-speaking eyeballs, English-understanding eyeballs, first-world English-speaking country eyeballs that like to buy high-ticket products. There's only so many in the world, right? And eventually, you're competing for those eyeballs. And so if you're making mass market content, entertainment or mass market education content that doesn't really attract the right types of people that are buyers, that's a border. It might already be a zero-sum game, or if it isn't, it's very, very close to being a zero-sum game. But if you're making super, super deep content for a niche audience, that's the secret, guys. That's how it's done. That's what you want to do. And by the way, this works really well because I'm running paid ads now as well. And a lot of people that come in from the paid ads will look up Content Growth Engine, and this channel is what pops up. That's why I changed the name of the channel to Content Growth Engine. And so they'll come in from the paid ads, they look up this channel, they start watching the content, they're like, oh, this is perfect. Boom. There you go. Potential clients. Maybe they buy right away. Maybe they buy 3 months later, 6 months later. But either way, I'm catching more of those people that probably wouldn't have converted from paid ads if I didn't have a channel like this that goes deep on these subjects. Yeah. By the way, if you're worried about your niche on YouTube, because sometimes your viewer niche is different than your buyer niche a little bit, like you might need to make content that is a little bit different than your actual buyer niche in terms of the keywords and stuff. I have a niche validator GPT that's been trained on dozens, if not hundreds of hours of coaching sessions, our own content, also messages that were sent to coaches. You can check that out down in the description in the pinned comment below. And then additionally, check out this playlist that has all of the case studies from all the people that I've gotten success for. You can check out the playlist by clicking right here, if it'll allow me to do a playlist. If not, then I'll just put one of the videos there. And obviously, if you're someone who is time poor but money rich, go ahead, sign up for a call down in the description in the pinned comment below. We will save you a massive amount of time, effort, and money. We hire for people, we train them, we place them in your business, and we just basically, it's like a business in the box. It's as close as you can get to a build and release offer without actually being a build and release offer. We give as much value as possible in the program. So check that out down in the description, pinned comment below, and check out the video right here.